Hello everyone, welcome to our channel Coders Arcade. In this video, we will learn about sorting algorithms in arrays in C programming. We will be sorting the array elements, and for that we will be using the selection sort algorithm. Before starting the video, I would like to request you people to please like and share our videos with your friends and family and subscribe to our channel Coders Arcade so that you receive notifications about our latest updates. Thank you. So let's get started. First of all, we will try to understand about the logic associated with selection sort, how to use it in our program, and then we will write a practical program and understand its execution. So let's start. Let us look at an example. Consider an array of 5 elements. The elements are 5, 3, 8, 2, 1. Then their index numbers will be 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. In selection sort, one by one indexes are selected and the smallest among all the elements is placed or shifted to that particular index. In this way, the index number goes on increasing till the last index and finally we get our sorted array. In this example, we can see that we have 5 elements and their indexing is from 0 to 4. At index 0, the element is 5, so it will be selected and then the smallest element in the array will be chosen. As we can see, the smallest element in this array is 1. Now, these two elements will be swapped and 5 will go to 1's place and 1 will go to 5's place. Now, we will have a new array. At index 0, we have 1, then 3, 8, 2 and at index 4, we will have 5. Now, the index will change from 0 to 1 and we have 3 at index 1. Again, the smallest element will be selected and interchanged with the number or the element 3. Here, 2 is the smallest element, so 2 and 3 will interchange their positions. Now, the new array will look somewhat like this: 1, 2, 8, 3 and 5. Now, the index number 2 will be selected and here we have the number 8. Again, the smallest number will be selected, which is 3 in this case, and the numbers will interchange positions. Now, the new array will look like this: 1, 2, 3, 8 and 5. Similarly, after the next pass or iteration, the array will look like this: 1, 2, 3, 5 and 8. So finally, we have our sorted list. This is the basic principle on how selection sort works. One by one, the indexes are selected and the smallest among all the elements is placed or shifted to that particular index. In this way, the index number goes on increasing till the last index and finally we get our sorted array. Now let's look at one more logic here. In the array, the index numbers are from 0 to 4 and in the selection sort algorithm, it's selecting till index 3. So, it is selecting the index which is 1 less than the highest index. It's because on selection of the second last index, we already have the sorted array. So, you need to remember this step because it will help you in the implementation of the for loop in writing the C program. Now let us go to our IDE so that we can implement this example on selection sort by writing a C program. So as you can see here, I am inside my editor. So I will start by including the header file. Then I will start with my main function. Here I will start declaring my variables. First, I will take the loop variables I and j. Then I will take the size of the array to be size. Then I will take a temp variable for swapping. Then I will take one more variable index so that I can store the index in that. And then I will take one variable, the minimum one. And finally, I will take my array of size say 10. Now I will use the print statement so that I can take input from the user. So I will ask the user to enter the size of the array. Here I will use the scanf function so that I can read the size from the user. Now I will use another printf function so that I can tell the user to enter the elements one by one according to the size. So I will use printf, and here I will type enter %d elements one by one, and I will be giving the /n escape character so that it goes to the next line. And here I will use a for loop so that I can take input from the user of all the elements in the array. For I equal to 0, I less than size, I plus plus, and here I'll use the scanf function to read the user input. %d, comma, and I will save it to the array by using the address operator. So this part is done. Now I will again use one print statement so that I can print the unsorted array. And again I will use a for loop so that I can display the unsorted array. I equal to 0, I less than size, I plus plus, and I will use the printf function so that I can print the unsorted array. %d, oh, I have to give the quote also, %d, and so that I can give a particular distance between the elements, I will use the /t, which is the tab character, and then I will use my a array by declaring it and calling it a of I. So this is done. With this we can take a input of the size from the user, and we can also print the unsorted array. Let us check it. Before that, I will just use one more thing, return 0, because this will be returning integer values. So let us run it and check if it is correct or not. I'm running it. Okay, it is asking me for the size of the array. Let the size be 5 as we saw in the example. I'll press enter. Okay, it's printing some junk values. You can see here 1733 something. Let me check what is the error. First of all, let me just close it. Okay, I can see that I have used %d, but I have not given the variable name. So here I'll give a comma and give size as the variable. So now let us check it once again. Okay, I will zoom it and let the array size be 5. Yes, now it's correct. Enter 5 elements one by one. So let us take the elements to be 5, 8, 3, 2, and finally 1, and press enter. Okay, now you can see the unsorted array is 5, 8, 3, 2, 1. So it's working till now. Let us go on with the logic of the program now. So after this print statement, let us start with the logic now. So I will have to take 2 for loops, one to select the index and one for comparing the values of the initial index and the index after that. So for that I will be taking the for loops as for I equal to 0, I less than, and as I told during the selection shot, the index less than the highest index is selected and we get our sorted array. So it should be size minus 1. So you need to be careful about this. And after that, I will give the increment I plus plus. So here, this is the outer for loop. Inside that, I will take my minimum value to be equal to a of I, and I will take the index to be I. Then we can go on and write the next inner for loop for j equal to 0. And here I need to tell you something, because this outer loop will actually be for the iteration of the indexes, and we need to check from the first index to the next index. So for that we have to go to the next index. How we can do it is, we have to write not j equal to 0, we have to go from j equal to I plus 1. Then our condition here will be j should be less than the size, so that we can go on till the last index. And finally it will be j plus plus. So this is how we go into the inner for loop, and here I have to use the conditional if statement, where I will be checking the value of the next index with the minimum value. So for that, what I will write is, if a of j is less than min or the minimum value, then inside the if statement what we will do is, if it is less than the minimum value, then we will change the value of minimum. So we can do it by writing min equal to a of j. And finally we shall also have to change the index. Here index is I, so now the index will become index is equal to j. And now we will go out of this if statement, and also we will go out of this inner for loop, and then when we have found the minimum number, we have to swap it or interchange it with the first number or the number at that particular place. So for that we need to write a statement like this. So as I have declared the temp variable already, so we will write temp is equal to a of I. Then we will write a of I is equal to a of index, so that we can change it. And finally we will be interchanging this, so it will be a of index is equal to temp. So this is a basic swapping algorithm. I hope you all understand this. So with this we have come to the end of the logic in this program, and finally what I will do is, I will go out of this outer for loop, and here I will use the print statement, and I will print the sorted array. So for that I will use the slash n first, and then I will write the sorted array after selection sort is, again slash n, and finally for this also we have to use a for loop for I equal to 0, I less than size, I plus plus, and inside this we will be printing our sorted array. So again I will be using the printf function, and inside this I will print %d, and to give a space between the elements I will use the /t comma, and I will call the a of I, so that I can get all the elements in my array. So with this I am done, and this is the entire program. So let me now run this so that we can see if it is working properly or not. So I will be running it. So let me zoom it for you, and here it's asking me for the size of the array. Let it be 5, and yeah, it's asking me for the elements, 5 elements one by one. So I'll give 5, 8, 3, 2, 1 and press enter. So you can see the unsorted array is 5, 8, 3, 2, 1, and after the selection sort is done, it says the sorted array after selection sort is 1, 2, 3, 5 and 8. So our program is working perfectly. So this is how you perform the selection sort algorithm. Thank you.